Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect Akim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the Bayath, Shadawadah, the house of David, the hopeful elect. All right. The nation of Israel consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Israel is your true heritage. You are God's chosen people of the Bible. This includes the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigner, who may look like the heathen, act like the heathen, but their father's line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, where the promise was given to the seed of Israel. Slakia. I was having trouble getting that out. All right, the promise was given to the children of Israel, who are God's chosen people. All right, Yashar Allah, meaning He, Prince of the Power. All right, in the Hebrew, this is the brother Karathazaw of Meneval, Las Vegas camp, coming back with another lesson. Lord willing, to be edifying. All right, right here on Google, I looked up just a quick AI overview of what the signs of a ruler's potential or I typed in signs of a ruler's ending. All right, autocorrected me, but I meant of a rulership ending. Okay, but this is what it says: the signs of a ruler's potential downfall or end of their reign can include widespread discontent, economic hardship, corruption, military failures, and emergence of strong opposition or rebellions. All right, and we're seeing, all those things, as of late. Okay. Just go look at the news, man. And in this lesson, we're going to deal with that economic hardship because that's coming. All right, economic hardship is coming. Financial problems. As we're seeing, I got a video queued up that I'm gonna play. A lot of these, stores is starting to close. All right, and this was a video. Probably I saw that. I'll check the date on the YouTube short. But even more have closed since then. Get ready to see banks closing. And when these stores close, people get, people lose jobs. All right. We know the dollar is ultimately going to crash and they're going to set up that NWO, that CBDC, to implement their, the MOTB, which is linked to that central banking digital currency. All right. So they could promote this, universal basic income so they can control, all right, everything you buy or sell. All right, and you'll only be able to according to Revelation 13, you'll only be able to be a part of their system as if you take that device. All right. So these things are coming, and we're blowing that trumpet, that sound of alarm, that you better get right with Yahweh Shem Shai, because ultimately Yahweh Shem Shai is the only way you're gonna make it out this struggle. All right. And it ends, this world is ending, and these are the signs that we're seeing in real time. So I'm going to just read this real quick. It says, economic hardship. It says, if the people are suffering from poverty, famine, or high taxes, they are more likely to turn against their ruler, And the scriptures talk about they will no longer regard their king. Okay? So that's gonna, fuel, a rebellion, fuel a sedition. Yet you have the Caesar in office right now, the El Presidente. All right, he's talking about making this this place greater. All right, that he's gonna make the economy boom again. But yet you have stock market crashing. Signs telling otherwise. He just says, don't look at it, right? Ultimately, hey, this world, this place, America, is doomed. Okay, so let's get this video and get into a few scriptures.
He the realest. You know what?
Here are some stores that are closing soon. So Joann Fabrics is closing all 800 of its stores and have even shut down their website as they can no longer fulfill online orders. They're expected to be closed entirely by May after their second bankruptcy filing is complete. Retail stores like Quicksilver, Billabong, and Volcom are all closing their stores as well this year for similar reasons. Hooters is closing down dozens of their restaurants and filing for bankruptcy, as are Red Robin and Denny's, who are also each expected to close 70 stores by the end of the year. Similarly, Boston Market and Ruby Tuesdays each only have just a few restaurants left relative to their once high. Party City is closing all 750 of its stores, and Big Lots is closing nearly 600 of theirs. Macy's is closing 200 stores as part of their new strategy, valuing quality over quantity, and even high-end department stores like Neiman Marcus are closing down flagship stores in many major cities. And finally, even Domino's, which is the highest performing restaurant stock over the last 25 years, is closing over 200 restaurants worldwide to address profitability concerns. So rest in peace. Here's some.
And to add to that, I think Red Robin closing some stores down. What else did I see was going completely out of business? I know Big Lots went out of business. So on. It's going to be a continual trend. All right. This is a continual trend that's signifying the decline of Babylon the Great. Let's see where this, when this was made. March 14th. So today's the 22nd, so about 8 days ago, and you get an update on that. So all them stores closing, people losing jobs, stores going out. It's only a matter of time before they call that, they bring up some type of pestilence. All right. They fast, forward to we know that a famine is really about to hit too. All right, less produce on the shelves than you seen. The little egg crisis. Shit, oil prices going skyrocket. Man, it's gonna be a disaster, man. Hey, the Lord said it's gonna be a time like no other. Let's go here. This is the book of 2nd Esdras 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Right? The full storehouses shall be found empty. It's just going to come out of nowhere. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And I believe I went into this in the last lesson I did earlier the week, But it's a spirit because the prophecy is right in front of your face. Man, Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. Yahushua coming back is right around the corner. And all these things must be fulfilled before he comes back, including the MOTB. Okay, the MOTB has to be mandated, which is the micro RFID C-HIP. Okay? The RFID micro C-HIP. I said that backwards. All right, but when people see that a store shut down, they're not thinking about it right now, but when they can't, get the things, and when it's when it becomes their problem, they're gonna flip out. And this whole world is, this whole place, America, is going to go into this and feel the pinch. Isaiah 24:1, it says, "Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury." All right, so the bank's going down. As I said, the bankers and the debtors. All right, you ain't going to be able to take out loans. None of that. Everybody's going to feel this pain. Everybody's going to have to suffer through this economic, which really, that's just this, a part or a portion of this queendom falling. "The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away." The haughty people of the earth do languish, and people in America is, some of the proudest people everywhere. Let's look into that word haughty. Marum. Mavarum. It says height, elevation, elevated place. And, America esteems themselves, especially, under the rulership of Esau, Edom, as, it says that they have the pride of an eagle. See, look, proudly, of nobles. So, lofty. And what does that bring me to? It's, I believe, I think it's in Isaiah 13. 2. "For the day of Yahweh of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low." Yeah, that pride's gonna be gone in these times when they suffer, and you ain't gonna have no. You ain't got nothing to be proud of. Your money is BS. Money's gonna be worthless. You don't use it for paper towels. What is it? Or toilet paper instead of paper towels. Yeah, we read one more and then move on. I'll skim through it, but verse 5, it says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant." All right. So this place is defiled, is withering away. All right. The Lord's taking it out, man. Bringing it down. Yep. The 1 Corinthians 7:31, "And they that use this world as not abusing it." So, get what you need. Stock up on a few things if you got it. But, we doomsday prepping ain't gonna save you. Only Yahweh Shem Shai can. All right. And, the times that we're coming into, we may not even be able to get to that little safety net or a little pantry full of food. But Yahweh Shem Shai might lead us to get fed. And we have full faith that he will feed us, as it says in the scriptures. "For the fashion of this world passeth away." Hey, you ain't gonna be running to McDonald's, all right? In Jacob's trouble, you ain't gonna go down to Little Caesars to get you a hot and ready, all right? You ain't gonna walk down the street to a little 7-Eleven. The fashion, the convenience of fast food is gonna be long gone. The stores ain't gonna be there. We just read that. Oh, let's read it in the NLT. Those who use the things of this world should not become too attached to them. For this world, as we know it, will soon pass away. Ain't gonna be no as a brother put in the chat article saying that you could finance DoorDash now. You ain't gonna be able to order DoorDash. Okay. These worldly things are, these worldly services, it ain't gonna be there. Businesses, everything, the Lord's shutting this place down. Oh, and let's get that in the book of Ecclesiastes. I almost forgot that one. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, when strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So, the grinders representing, these warehouses. All right, the hustle and bustle of the city. Okay, the workflow. All right, it's gonna be gone. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And man, because of that, no jobs. People gonna be hurting, mourning. All right, but no, we are rich because we have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The Lord can suddenly make a man rich or poor. Okay, he's gonna, provide in these times for his servants. Actually says that in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. Let's actually go there. 16. At the end of it, he's gonna make his elect known. And we're gonna reap the benefits of serving the Lord. Yep. This is for 2nd Esdras 16 and verse 73. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. All right, but out the fire, we gonna make it out that fire. It says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandment and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. All right, because in these times when we're getting that deliverance, especially leading up to it, we need to be as found pure as possible in the sight of the Lord. There's no room for guile in us right now. That's part of that purification is getting rid of all that sin. All right, and we have to walk upright if we want the covering and mercy of the Lord. Now we ain't gonna be 100% perfect. But we pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua makes us perfect so we can receive that mercy, or as close as we need to be. All right? But Lord willing, it's been an edifying lesson. I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm trying to think if I had anything else that I needed to pull out. But I'm gonna close out there and say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Ba Ba. See you on the next one.